Blackbird's located in the Byron Hinterland in northern New South Wales, amongst all the mountains and rainforests and views of the Pacific Ocean. The name came from the indigenous yellow-tailed black cockatoos that live on our mountain, and also a reference to Paul McCartney's song from the Beatles. It took a long time to find the property, about 18 months of research and scouring around and looking pretty much all over the region. And we looked at the property a couple of times over a period of months, and it was a challenge to take on, but we saw the potential and the views. It ended up being the right spot. We upcycled and recycled lots of materials that were on site already. There was an old banana packing shed from the 50s that was dilapidated but was full of treasures and hardwood and beautiful rusty old things. So we'd pick out there as much as we could, which means 0 miles materials, and also is a bit of a reflection of the character of the site in its former years as a banana farm. The reception area at Blackbird is mainly recycled timber, steel and leftover Rio mesh from the concrete slabs that we did, and some of the posts are clad in old sleepers that we milled down. Throughout the whole process there's a lot of sourcing, and Stella's excellent at finding treasures and gems.
In the reception shed there is quite a bit of mid-century style furniture mixed with random things that have been found over time. The Eames bird, for me, the Eames house bird, which is possibly one of my favourite design items of all time, just sits perfectly in here and really inspired a lot of the interiors, the simplicity, the lines. I like materials to speak for themselves.
We have 3 pavilions for guests that frame ocean and hinterland views. They're internally clad with birch ply and whitewashed, and polished concrete floors, and the recycled timbers that we have out the front seem to capture a slightly different aspect depending on which pavilion you're staying in.
James milled a load of leftover railway sleepers that we've used outside the pavilions, and we use them to make daybeds on casters. I'm also a sucker for rusty things that have no use, but when they find their home with timber and concrete and glass, I think it really makes it feel homely. The pool is a magnesium pool. It was really important to us that it wasn't full of chemicals and that your skin felt amazing. The Moroccan tiles were the end of a line that we really loved, the graphic and the pattern in them, and the water just looks like glass, get the cloud patterns in it. I think predominantly people are looking for an escape from their life, whether they're from, a farm in Queensland or from Melbourne or Sydney. People enjoy the tranquility and the birds and the sunrise and the beautiful ever-changing landscape that we get just from sitting here.
Life Unhurried to us is exactly the reason that we left the bubble in the city. It's slowing down, enjoying life with your family, and refocusing on the things that are important without being too caught up in the buzz and the rat race of the city, and coming back to grassroots of what we're here doing in life with the ones we love.